Good morning, I'm Allie Baird, and you're watching GTV, your number one choice for student news. This morning we have stories on the Paris attacks, a special winter sports preview, and stories you don't want to miss. Stay tuned, GTV starts now. Controversy is coming to town. Starbucks' festive red cups, which marks the upcoming holiday season annually, are being tainted this year by scandal. As Starbucks unveiled earlier this month, the classic red cups, which in the past have included symbols like ornaments, reindeer, and snowflakes, were wiped clean of any graphics this year. Instead, the holiday design is minimalistic. I know, how dare they? Starbucks, however, maintains that its holiday cups were meant to be a blank canvas for customers to create their own stories. We have reporter Devin Hawkins with us. Now, she is going to create her own story for GTV while we turn to Dion Contreras with sports.
Hi, my name is Dion Contreras. Thanks, Allie. My name is Dion Contreras, and I am in Gering High School senior sports reporter in our new athletic studio. Today we'll be talking about sports, basketball girls, basketball boys, and wrestling. All to start December 3rd, which will all be at home, so come support them Bulldogs. Allie Boggs has signed with South Dakota School of Mines, so we have some video footage on that.
I was at the conference tournament and he just came up to me and said, hey, I gave your name to the School of Mines coach who was looking for a 5-1 setter, and I really didn't think much of it at first, and then it just came a long way from there.
So, are you going to play right away? What are they telling you?
Yeah, I had the tryout, and he sat down with me and said that I'm going to play right away, so that'll be exciting. But I'm definitely going to have to improve and work hard all through the spring and the summer, so.
Thanks, Dion. We're excited to see how Gering athletes will do this season. Earlier this month, Gering Student Council partnered with the Nebraska State Troopers to promote safe driving. Field reporter Rebecca Rawlings met in studio with Lieutenant Dennett to talk about it. Take a look.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Rawlings, and I'm here today with Lieutenant Denton. Thank you so much for being with us here today. And I understand that you've been working with Student Council, correct, to make radio ads?
Yes, we've had one of our troopers working with Student Council here at Gering High School. They've made two public service announcements, one with KNEB and then one with Bluffs Broadcast.
All right, and what are those for? What are they to promote?
The topics they were talking about is texting or driving with your cell phone, and then also wearing your seatbelt.
All right, so why is wearing your seatbelt, why is that such a big deal?
Well, wearing a seatbelt is the single most thing you can do to ensure safety if and when you're involved in a motor vehicle crash. Seatbelts are designed to keep you inside the vehicle, and the vehicles today are designed to absorb all the energy if you stay inside the passenger compartment, and it does make your survivability increase quite a bit.
Wow. And texting and driving too, is that a big issue with teens?
It's not always a big deal with teens, it's a big deal with every driver. Johns Hopkins University did a study years ago that you have to do about 12 to 1,500 mental and physical tasks simultaneously to safely operate a motor vehicle. So that's an awful lot of taxation on your cognitive skills. And if you deviate from that by using a wireless device to dial, to take a picture, to send a text, that can greatly cause a distraction in your driving.
Mm-hmm. And I've heard that it only takes 2 seconds of being distracted for enough to change on the road.
Yeah, even if you're traveling at nominal highway speeds, anywhere between 55, 65 mile an hour, just taking your eyes off the road for a brief second, you've traveled roughly a football field or greater in that time period.
Most of the kids in Gering High School and junior high are watching us. What advice do you have for them, officer?
Always, always, always wear your seatbelt. Every trip, every time, regardless if it's a long or short trip. Encourage those around you to wear their seatbelts. Do not drive while texting. Limit your distractions. Obviously, do not drink and drive, do not ride with those that are doing that, and just be mindful of those around you.
Thank you so much for coming to talk with us today.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Rebecca. Coming up, a look at national news and later a report on the Paris attacks. I'm Allie Baird, and GTV will be back in a moment.
You wouldn't ride a roller coaster without being strapped in.
You wouldn't parachute out a plane without strapping on your parachute.
So why would you decide to drive a car or truck without a seatbelt?
No one intends to get in a car wreck, but across the state of Nebraska, there are 2,600 car wrecks in just 1 year. Motor vehicle accidents are the leading cause of death in the United States.
Your odds of surviving a crash are higher when your body stays in the vehicle during a crash. Save a life. Buckle up when you drive.
A message from Gering High School and the Nebraska State Patrol.
Welcome back to GTV. Now let's check out Devin, how she's doing.
Well, I think I went with a really classic design here. I went with It's a Cup, Calm Down. So,
Truly, truly representing the Christmas spirit. I think that is exactly what Starbucks had in mind when they removed the decorations from their cup. Now, there's bigger things going on in the world. Just ask Jake Hansen with National News.
Thanks, Sally. This week, the hacker vigilante group Anonymous is ramping up its fight against ISIS online. As the international community seeks to stop ISIS, notorious computer hacker group Anonymous is also ramping up its fight against the terror group in cyberspace. In other news, Scottsbluff graduation rates are close to state average, while Gering is graduating over 90% of its students. It's pretty good. In entertainment news, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 generated over $550 million in 72 hours. Activision will have another billion-dollar Call of Duty hit on its hands if analysts are correct. Developer Treyarch Call of Duty Black Ops 3 generated over $550 million in 72 hours. But then again, Fallout 4 generated $750 million in 24 hours, leaving Call of Duty Black Ops 3 in the dust. Bethesda's Fallout 4 sold over 12 million copies and generated over $750 million in its first 24 hours of retail sales. Those numbers completely obliterate the $550 million in 72 hours by Activision-owned Treyarch with its Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And finally, Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 opened this weekend, and it has the lowest box office opening of any of the Hunger Games series. The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, the final entry into the hit franchise, opened to an estimated $101 million at the box office. That's the lowest opening for a Hunger Games movie at the domestic box office by a significant margin.
For many, the Thanksgiving holiday means Black Friday shopping. Staff reporter Brenna Tallman took to the GHS halls to ask students about their own Black Friday rituals. Take a look.
So do you shop on Black Friday?
Yeah.
For real? Why?
Yeah. It's fun. I like to go like late at night, like on Thursday, like really late at night. It gets crazy. Yeah.
Nope. No.
Yes, I go with my sister every once in a while.
Yes, I actually just go watch people fight, but I don't shop.
Yeah.
No.
I normally don't. I mean, once in a while, a few years ago went out with my daughters, but as a general rule, I just don't like fighting the crowds that much, so I usually wait.
I did that once, and I will never do it again.
No.
I do not shop on Black Friday. I think that Black Friday is a big racket in the shopping world, and I would rather pay the extra $2 or $3 or maybe even $10 for something to avoid all the madness.
Still to come, a special inside look at the Paris attacks. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Hey, are you sweeping your leaves into your lawn instead of leaving them on your driveway? Because when rain comes, it washes them into the storm drain and clogs it and could harm the ecosystem?
No. I just like to make the sound effects. Broom, 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 broom.
Over 100 people die every day from car accidents. 11 of those deaths are caused by texting and driving. You wouldn't play basketball blindfolded, would you? So why would you text and drive? Don't text and drive. It will save your life.
Welcome back to GTV. Last week, tragedy struck Paris as many were killed and injured in a terroristic attack. Foreign Affairs correspondent Claire Allard has the inside story. Check it out.
Paris, November 13th. The city of lights didn't shine anymore that night.
C'est un acte de guerre qui a été commis par une armée terroriste.
And we have to always be on our guard. I hope this is a wake-up call. I hope the president is listening when this morning he said that ISIS is contained.
They shot at us and they reloaded the guns several times, multiple times, and it's actually
Syria they should take. And whether it was a matter of being humane or whether it was a matter of potentially jeopardizing the people.
Now we actually have Claire in studio. Now Claire is a foreign exchange student here at Gering High School. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Oh, well, I come from Belgium, which is near Germany, Italy, France, Holland, so in Europe. And I live like 3 hours from Paris, so that's why it shocked me when I see what happened.
Close to home.
Mm-hmm.
Now, were any of your family members or your friends affected by the Paris attacks?
No, but I have a cousin who lives in Paris, but she's okay, so.
Oh, good, good. So how does it make you feel knowing that your family and your friends are so far away while you're here in Nebraska, and what was going on in your head when you heard about the attacks?
Well, it's pretty hard because you want to be there with your family, and it's hard to be far from where everything is happening. So at first it was in Paris, but now it's coming in Belgium. Like this weekend, it was really hard, like tanks in the cities and everything. Today in Brussels, schools are closed, so it's pretty scary. I just hope everything's gonna be okay.
Definitely. Now, have you talked to your family since then? And
oh yes, sure. I talk a lot with my friends and family, and they're okay for now. So
well, we're very grateful that they're okay, and we wish you the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Claire, for being with us. Our thoughts are with those in Paris and those who have been affected by the attacks. Now, as the Thanksgiving holiday approaches, it's a time for reflecting on the good and being thankful for what we have, no matter how small. Earlier this week, GTV sent out a request over social media asking the student body what they were grateful for. Now, after searching through news feeds, hashtags, and specific profiles, we found one common theme students are grateful for: each other. Now take the time to thank those teachers, students, and mentors who have impacted you. GTV wishes a very happy Thanksgiving holiday to all of you. I'm Allie Baird, and this is GTV.